much easier not being a Christian. Being a Christian is actually the most difficult thing because you got to answer for some of the most craziest things ever. You can see the title and you can see what the title says. There was a pastor who was doing a birthday celebration. Let's pull this down so that you can see it yourself. This is the poster that was going for the pastor. You can see some familiar gospel figures there. I think Sipo Ngwenya, Hotso and Thingy, and all the and this is the pastor right here. His name is Saint Paul. Okay, Saint Paul Hagiazo. I'm not sure exactly how to read his surname or what language his surname is, but this is a poster. But what you will not expect, right? What you will not expect is the following images coming from that birthday party. This is some of the images of a video clip that comes from this party. And just to assure you, this is the same lady. The lady is right here. And you see here she was tweaking it up. Yeah, she was tweaking it up over there at the birthday party. The ladies were having their fun. I'm not sure if this is the pastor, but you can see by that emblem at the back then with the big H, that was actually at the birthday. You can see it here on a different shot, which was taken. This was on a video that was taken at the birthday. That's him, that's his wife, and that is the banner thingy. This is a said to be pastor. This is a said to be pastor. The podium for the DJ was put here, and that looks like it was the late part of the birthday. It turned into a proper party. Roman style. Yeah, they went Roman on that entire Hagiazo Christianity show, the daily Christian commentary videos. If it's the first time of year to be sure, check out some other videos that are down in the pinned comment. And I'm going to see you on the later on. Okay, like I said, this is the pastor right here. And the pastor had this birthday party. And there is one verse that kind of comes to mind pertaining this particular subject. I want to go there before I kind of like just say my thoughts concerning this. It is Philippians chapter number 1, verse number 27. And remember what the intention of this verse is to do, is to set in mind what the Christian must prioritize ahead of him. Because if you are not careful, you will prioritize whatever you feel like or whatever you want. You must be careful not to do that because we can hinder the gospel while we seek to do that. The verse says this: nevertheless, conduct, meaning handle yourself in each and every single day, conduct yourself in a manner worthy. What? You remember Teacher Mpamiri? Teacher Mpamiri is a comedian from Uganda. What? Conduct yourself in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. This is where we come back. And I said, it's very much difficult being a Christian because people will ask you to answer to things like this. Forget, I'm not the one that says this is what Christians do. But we bring up verses like this so that people can understand. There are people that don't conduct themselves in a manner, in a manner that portrays the gospel. Your behavior can put the gospel at some very odd ways. Now, bear in mind, the gospel is not tainted by individuals like this. Okay? Let's be very clear. But people you have an obligation. We are coming here, no, I'm also human. Yes. If you claim to be saved, you have what? You have an obligation. It is an obligation. You have an obligation to behave yourself in a manner. Some people just choose not to. In a manner worthy of the gospel. Then, whether I come and see you or only hear about you in my absence, I will know that you stand firm in one spirit, meaning you will not have deviated to now be displaying Zanzu behaviors. Okay. No Zanzu behaviors in church. We don't do that. The Mandams don't do that. It's not in line in a manner worthy of the gospel. We go back to the scripture and it says, contending side by side for the faith of the gospel. So meaning, who and abanye, it's you and others. You are not alone. No, it's not faith according to me. No, there's no such a thing. There is side by side. You see, she's like this thing. So meaning you behave yourself in a manner that depicts the gospel side by side with other people. Not just you. No man, you come here pushing. He come here pushing a little mentality. Because you see, the things you desire, the things you like can put a strange reputation around the gospel because the mandem is not behaving the right way. You understand? That's what the verse is saying. And so the pastor, as you can see here, was having his birthday. That's his Facebook page. It was yesterday. The mandems were there. They were dripping it out. This is the video over there. It is a bit of a lengthy one, as I've shown, but also quite an interesting thing is that, like I said, he has people that would be regarded as church people. And of course, this was in Vereeniging. This was in Vaal. Everything happens in Vaal. In Vaal, I was born in Vaal. But I mean, like, this is an army at this point. This is an army at this point. Unless he has a security company. If he has a security company, then I understand. I don't know if he has a security company or what. If he has a security company, then okay, I get it. So, like I said, there is this video that was taken at his birthday party of these girls doing the most. The girlies were doing the most. Before I go over there, fix your eyes on this verse. Jude chapter number 1, verse number 3. It says, "Beloved, although I made every effort to write to you about the salvation we share." You see that commune part, okay? This is not, type of thing. No, this is a shared thing. If you claim you have what we share, there is a way that we can say, Nayam is representing us. Okay? So he says, I've written of the faith we share. Because the salvation we share. I felt necessary to write and urge you to contend earnestly for the faith entrusted once for all to the saints. Contend for its upright and pure stand. Show that. Contend for that faith. Show it in its clarity and its purity. And I don't think this birthday party came to such a close. Okay? I do not think, I repeat, I do not think this birthday party was in pure representation of the gospel in any form. When we have, the security guard couldn't help but look. The ladies talking at a pastor's birthday. I don't know, that's him, I don't know, I'm not sure. But this was at his party. These girls were dancing very canaliso and what, and the whole Nanhua jazz. You see, it's a lot. It is a lot. It is a video. You can see what's going on here. We don't need to go any further with that. The verse says to contend and behave yourself in a manner worthy. In a manner. It's not me. If you claim to be a Christian, this you should understand. Okay? It's not difficult to conduct yourself in a manner worthy of the gospel. It's not me, it's the verse. There are people that want to get angry at me. When the verse says, you conduct yourself, there is a way to conduct yourself in a manner that portrays the faith we share, unless you don't share it. Unless to you, your faith is a mahashit. If yours is a little bit, there's a way one Pastor, I'm asking. We're still doing pastoring work when we are portraying ourselves in this manner, when we have people twerking at our birthday party. Like I said, this is the pastor thingy here. You can see that is his thingy, and he is a pastor. He was announcing service that they were going to have, and there you have it. Blessed Sunday. They were having their church service and Sunday service and the whole nine of jazz. Just yesterday, girls were not dressed on a stage where a pastor was standing to celebrate his birthday. Is that in a manner that portrays the gospel? I don't think so. So at that point, if I am in a church and I see that about my pastor, nothing to do with the mandems. Yeah, because it's clear here we are allowing self to rule. We are allowing self to take over. In my view, the doctrine, the biblical doctrine says we contend and behave ourselves in a manner that reflects the gospel. This does not. Now tell me your thoughts down in the comment section. It's the Reality Show, daily Christian commentary videos. If it's the first time of year to be show, check out the other videos that are down in the pinned comments. I'll check you out over there. Y'all tell me your thoughts. We're not that far off from seeing what the scripture says. Why is this regarded as Christian?